The market drops. Is it a pullback or just reloading the gun? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so for the last week or so, I've been telling you we're looking for a pullback off of this move up, and I told you that 56.65 was the level that the bulls needed to get over in order to avoid a pullback, and they hit that exactly on the number and then dropped sharply on the day. So the question now is, are they really pulling back or are they just reloading the gun? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, with the market starting to drop, let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1 hour futures chart for the S&P 500. We've been talking for a while now about a pullback as well as that 56.65 area. They hit it basically on the number today and dropped down off of it pretty sharply. And then they came back into the next key support area, that 55.81 area off of the 764 retrace, where they consolidated and then broke out above it. So pretty standard stuff. They break down to the next support area and consolidate, bounced a little bit at the close. And now the question is this going to be a follow-through? We need to see some follow-through to the downside in order for us to truly believe that a pullback is happening. So where does that follow-through need to get to? We'd be looking for the 236 retrace, which is about 55.36, which lines up with this low that they made in the after hours back on Friday of last week. They set that low and then launched higher and never came back to test that low. I suspect they didn't set that for no reason, and they want to come back to that area. But again, we have to see that follow through. So what we would expect, as you could see, a micro ABC down, you might get a little bit of a bounce, but you want them to get into this 236 retrace at 55.36. Then you would expect a little bit of a bounce and down into the 382, 54.50 area. From there, you'd look for one more bounce potentially, and then down into that 5400, 5350 area for a full retrace in this B wave and then see higher. So it's going to be choppy on the way down unless they can fill out a full 5 waves. We've been talking about that as well, but we would expect choppy. We'd expect this to be a 3-wave pullback into this B wave. And if you think this isn't 3 waves, you're just looking at subwaves. The actual move would be A, B, C. I just drew in the subwaves there of those waves, so you could kind of understand that it's not going to be a straight down move. It never is, unless, of course, we're going for an impulsive move and 5 waves. Now, if they're able to give us a 5-wave structure to the downside, that's when we turn bearish, and that's where we flip our view. We currently have all-time highs as our current view. We would look for 58.50 or so to the upside. But if they give us a structure like this to the downside where it's more straight down selling and they're going to break through support, then we flip to a bearish view and we look for them to bounce and then break down in a bigger way and a much bigger correction overall. But again, that's only if we get 5 waves. Right now, the view and the primary is bullish. We continue to look for the pullback, A, B, C into this area and then back up. Now, the alternate, it was alternate yesterday, will stay the alternate today until they get through the 236. If they reload the gun here, they're just pulling back to retest the 764, and then they launch higher back over 56.65 directly, then we would look for a direct move to all-time highs and no more pullback after that. Over on the NASDAQ. Okay, guys, so on the NASDAQ, same type of situation, only they're not quite as high up on the chart. They broke through, got almost to the 764 here, then back tested the 618 and bounced just a little bit at the close. But all they've really done is backtest support so far. A direct launch back through the 764 would lead us in a more direct path towards all-time highs. But if they are not doing that, we would look for the bigger pullback just like on ES in 3 waves. And in that case, we would look for a move down through 19,397, the 236, a bounce, and then down into the 18,692 to 18,377 area as a potential pullback zone. Then we would look for a move to all-time highs from there. If they give us a 5-wave move down off of the highs, just like on the ES, we would be looking for a bearish count at that point. This would just turn into the B wave that we have it labeled as. And you'd look for 5 down into this area, a corrective bounce, and then a bigger breakdown from there. But again, that's only if we see a 5-wave move down. Right now, because they broke through the 764 on the ES, even though they didn't get through the 764 here, these charts do trade pretty much in step, so I would give the bulls the benefit of the doubt here on a 3-wave pullback and assume we're heading back to all-time highs in the 22,000 region. So again, just like on ES, if they move directly back over yesterday's high, we'd be looking for them to continue to march toward all-time highs. But a breakdown below 19,397, we're looking for a 3-wave move down here into the 18,700 area down to 18,400 area, a bounce, and then back toward all-time highs from there. And then finally, if they give a 5-wave move down, that's the only time we would switch to a more bearish count. Guys, if you love the information that we put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link and it'll take you right over to our webpage. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans and they both come with a 7-day free trial. Because I want you to get in there, I want you to make sure you love it, become part of our trading team, interact with PT and I, and make sure it's for you. Before you ever spend a penny, you can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material, our Elliott Wave online course for beginners, and our advanced Elliott Wave course. These courses are helping people understand this complex market, how to trade it, and how to make money off of it. In our advanced course, we go through the complex patterns that you don't see very often, such as diagonals, double and triple threes, flats, triangles, and how to trade Elliott Wave. A lot of people know about Elliott Wave, but not necessarily how to trade it. These patterns do occur less often, but we are in corrective formations all over the place right now, and this is a very beneficial course. As you can see on the screen, our traders are loving it, and they're making money because of it. But if it's too advanced, or you're just getting started with Elliott Wave, we also have our Elliott Wave 4 Beginners online course. This course is helping real traders make real money and finally understand the market in a way that makes sense. It can be so confusing when good news makes the market go down and bad news makes the market go up, which you see all the time during earnings season. You see it all the time with catalysts. You see war and the market goes higher. You see high CPIs and the market goes higher. You see low CPIs and the market goes down. All of this is noise. Elliott knew that the key levels mattered and what happened when they held and what happened when they broke, and that gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. This course is 25 videos where I go through 3 parts. Your introduction, where we go through your expectations, your mindset and emotion, the KISS method, and why this works. The chart setup and tools, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave Theory, how we use it and why we use it. And the Elliott Wave 4 Beginners area, where we go through each of the waves, how to find them, how to measure them, how to understand if they're succeeding or failing, what the key levels are, the pivot, the theory of alternation, everything you need to make sense of an irrational market. The really cool thing about these plans, if you want to get them both at the same time for a discount, we have a bundle where you can get them for $37 off. But if you're looking to get them for free and not pay anything at all, simply join one of our monthly rooms, as they are included in that monthly price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where we go through several charts, a big picture view of the markets, an understanding of the counts, how to know where the key levels are, what we're trading, how we're trading it, and why, all the things you need to know to master the market. We also give you all of our educational material that you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade, so we do trade quite often in my room. But if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, futures trading, his income trading method that crushes the market, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price and gets you huge multiples on your money. It's how he structures those trades that's so unique. It's something you really have to see to understand. And that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. All right, our key takeaways for today. The bears need to follow through. They need to get down to 55.36. That tells us that a bigger pullback is probably underway, and we'd be looking down toward the 5,400 to 5,350 area. If they blow back through yesterday's high, we're headed directly toward all-time highs, and a 5-wave move down would turn us bearish. Over on the NASDAQ, same setups. They need to get down through 19,397 to tell us a bigger pullback is underway. Then we'd look toward the 18,700 to 18,400 area for that pullback target. However, if they give us a 5-wave move down, we would turn bearish, and a move back through yesterday's high would be bullish toward all-time highs. Guys, it's the weekend. Grab yourself a drink, get out of the house, have some fun with the family, and I will talk to you next week.